Good morning, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. This is the Family Shabbat musical experience. I do a little singing with the kids and older siblings and parents and some storytelling. It's geared for kids kindergarten through second grade, but I did hear from one family that their younger child really enjoyed dancing along to the music, and their older child really enjoyed the stories. So we're trying this out for 4 weeks, and if you like it, let us know so we know that we should continue. And for those of you that wrote in suggestions, thank you. It was greatly appreciated. There is now a YouTube playlist on Beth Torah's YouTube page that has some of the songs I'm singing. So let's start with Hine Matov. This is a song that says it is so good when community gets together. If you don't know the Hebrew, that's okay. La 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 works great. And there is one part that I know everyone can do, which is clap, clap. So when I get to that part, I'll say clap, clap. My hands will be busy with the strings, but you can clap, clap. So here we go. It goes, Hine Matov, clap, clap. Umanayim, shevet achim, gam yachad. Hine Matov, clap, clap. Umanayim, shevet achim, gam yachad. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is to be together on this day. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Shalom Aleichem, Salam Aleikum. Hine Matov, clap, clap. Umanayim, shevet achim, gam yachad. Hine Matov, clap, clap. Umanayim, shevet achim, gam yachad. I suspect that many of you know it's almost Hanukkah. So I'm going to tell you a Hanukkah story this week. And I'm going to tell it as if I were a little girl or a little boy. I always look forward to the first night of Hanukkah because my Aunt Lou comes to celebrate with us, and she always brings the most exciting presents. This year, she brought a box with her that bumped and jumped and thumped. I was pretty sure there was a puppy inside, but when I opened it up, it was a baby dragon. I said, let's call him Peril. My dad said, let's call our insurance agent and get some more coverage. Well, I thought it would be fun to sing some Hanukkah songs before I tell you the rest of the story. And I'm pretty sure you know this one, but I'm going to mess around with the lyrics a little after the first verse. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, oh dreidel I will play. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel I shall play. Let's try making the words a little silly. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of candy, and when I got hungry, well that sure came in handy. Oh dreidel, 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 I made it out of candy, and when I got hungry, well that sure came in handy. I have a little dreidel, I made it out of toys, and when I spun that dreidel, it made a lot of noise. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of toys. And when I spun it, it made a real loud noise. One more verse. For those of you who've been spending a lot of time on Zoom meetings, I have a little dreidel, I made it out of Zoom. It spun off my screen into a breakout room. Oh, dreidel, 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 I made it out of Zoom. It spun off my screen into a breakout room. Well, on the second night of Hanukkah, I decided to teach Peril, the dragon, how to play dreidel. I put 5 chocolate coins into his claws so he could play too. The only problem was, it turns out a dragon's average body temperature is 110 degrees. And when I put the coins in Peril's hands, they melted and brown goo got all over my mom's nice beige rug. That night, Peril and I learned how to use carpet cleaner. This next song is called the Hee Hee song, and it's a call and response song. So I know you're not here to answer me, but you can repeat after me. So I'll keep the beat, and I'll sing something like, I feel good, and you repeat, I feel good, and then I'll sing, I feel fine, and you sing, I feel fine. So you be my echo today. Let's try it. I feel good, I feel fine, the day is young, I'm gonna see it shine. I feel good, I feel fine, just like the sun, you're gonna see me shine. Elohim Neshama, this is the chorus. Tahorahi, 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 he, he, he. I'm awake, I'm alive, gonna twist and shout, gonna jump and jive. I'm awake, I'm alive, just like a bee buzzing in my hive. Elohim Neshama, Shena Tabi, Tahorahi, 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 he, he, he. I take a breath and I stretch up high. Oh, I reach my hands up to the sky. Yeah, I take a breath and I stretch up high, saying, thank you, God, singing my oh my. Elohim Neshama, Shena Tabi, Tahorahi, 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 Tahorahi. Well, on the third night of Hanukkah, my mom made latkes, and she piled them up on this big platter, and pretty soon it was a pile of golden deliciousness. By the time we brought the latkes out to the table, though, they'd cooled off a little bit, and Peril the dragon really wanted to help warm them up, so he shot a jet of flame out of his snout, and all that was left was some black charcoal. That night, there was nothing but applesauce and sour cream for dinner. Here's another Hanukkah song. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or a sage comes to our aid. Okay, I'm about to sing a Hebrew word, even though it's in English. See if you know what this word means. You ready? Shema. In days of old in Israel's ancient ancient land. Brave Maccabees led the faithful band. Now all Israel must as one arise, redeem itself through deed and sacrifice. Who can retell the things that befell us? Who can count them? In every age a hero or sage came to our aid. Did you hear that Hebrew word? Shema means listen. Well, on the fourth night of Hanukkah, Peril and I decided that we really liked the story of Hanukkah. And so Peril and I decided to act it out as a drama for my parents. Peril was playing the role of Judah Maccabee, and I was playing the role of wicked Antiochus. We picked up our plastic swords and shields, and Peril bravely lunged at me, but his tail knocked over Mom's antique vase. And he got so scared by the crash that he flew up to the ceiling, and his wings broke one of the blades in our ceiling fan. That night, we decided Peril did not have a future as an actor. This next song is called Ma Rabu, which is Hebrew for how big, how great, how many. And the song is about how many beautiful things God has created in the world. Part of what we celebrate on Shabbat is creation. God finished creation, and not only did God say, Ki Tov, how good it is, but God said, Ma Rabu, how many different things I've created. Let's see. So it starts like this. Now here comes the fun part. I'm going to sing Ma Rabu, and I'm going to shout out something that God has created. It could be an animal, or a plant, or a place like a mountain. But here's the game. Maybe you and I will shout out the same thing at the same time. You never know. So if that happens, you can write me an email after Shabbat, or Mom and Dad can do it, and you can let me know if we thought of the same thing. Here we go. Ma Rabu, butterflies. Ma Rabu, ladybugs. Ma Rabu, Ma'asecha Adonai. Ma Rabu, puppies. Ma Rabu, and kittens. Ma Rabu, Ma'asecha Adonai. Should we try it again? Ready? Ma Rabu, jelly beans. Wait, I don't think God created jelly beans, but they're really tasty. Let's try again. Ma Rabu, cocoa beans. Ma Rabu, coffee beans. That one was for Mom and Dad. Ma Rabu, Ma'asecha Adonai. And here's another part of it. Kulam bechokhma asita. Kulam bechokhma asita. Kulam bechokhma asita. Ma Rabu. You ready? Let's try it again. Ma Rabu. Sunsets. Ma Rabu. Sunrise. Ma Rabu. Ma'asecha Adonai. Ma Rabu. Goats. Ma Rabu. Baby goats. Ma Rabu. Ma'asecha Adonai. You know, we're singing a song about how wonderful and different all of God's creations are, and we're telling a story about a dragon who maybe seems a little different. Not sure how he fits into creation. In fact, I won't even tell you what happened on nights 5 through 7 of Hanukkah, but let's just say that it involved the fire department twice. Peril was not fitting in well with our family, and by the 8th night, when I called him to come and light our Chanukah, he dragged his feet and he drooped his wings. But then, a Hanukkah miracle happened. Let's sing one more Hanukkah song to get us in the spirit for Thursday night when the holiday begins. Oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, I'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. And while we are playing, the candles are burning low. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. One for each night, they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. What do you think the Hanukkah miracle was? We were out of matches. Not a single match in the whole house. And we had an induction stove, so there was no flame. We didn't have a barbecue grill. The only thing in our entire house that could produce flame was Peril the dragon. So there we were, standing like the priests in the ancient temple, wanting to light the sacred lamp, but not having enough oil, in our case matches. I turned to Peril and I said, "Peril, can you help?" He was a little nervous because of burning up all the latkes, but he agreed to try, and so very gently and delicately he shot out a small stream of flame, and it hit the shamash, and I used the shamash and I lit up the whole Chanukah, and that is how Peril the dragon saved Hanukkah. Sing one more song. I think we have time for one more song and the end of our story. This one is called Ivdu et Hashem. It means serve God b'simcha, with joy. Ivdu et Hashem b'simcha, bo lefanav birnana. 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 You know, my Aunt Lou, she spends the first night of Passover with us too. And she always brings the most interesting things to the Seder. I wonder if she'll bring a companion for Peril. Now, we have Learning Center questions. If you signed in on the Beth Torah site to stream this service, right underneath you can click on a Google Doc and you can answer the question. Miss Barry and I will see your answer, and we always like to write you back. So here's the question about the story of Peril the dragon who saved Hanukkah. You know, we've all been like Peril the dragon, where we didn't quite fit in with everyone else. Maybe you could write about how that made you feel and what you learned from the experience. Or maybe we've all been like Peril the dragon, and we had a special talent, a gift that we were able to use to help other people. And you can write about how it felt to be so unique and special. Or maybe we've been like Peril's owner, the little boy or girl in the story, and maybe we've had to figure out how to help a friend who was pretty different fit in. Maybe we figured out a way to include him or her. So go ahead and write to me and Miss Berry after Shabbat, and we'd love to write back to you.